Mikel Arteta hails Eddie Nketiah and reacts as Arsenal are drawn against Leeds. Mikel Arteta showered Eddie Nketiah with praise after Arsenal beat AFC Wimbledon 3-0 to reach the fourth round of the Carabao Cup, saying the forward fully deserved his late goal after working and training like a beast. Nketiah was handed his first appearance of the season after being named in Arteta's starting 11 on Wednesday night. And the 22-year-old rounded off an impressive individual performance with an audacious back-heeled finish with 10 minutes remaining at the Emirates. Shortly after the final whistle, the Gunners discovered they will take on Premier League rivals Leeds United for a place in the quarter-finals of this year's competition. "I'm so proud of this kid," Arteta told Sky Sports when asked about Nketiah's display. "He hasn't played much, there's a lot of speculation around him. The way he trains, the way he behaves, he's always willing to help the team. He fully deserves what happens because he trains and prepares himself like a beast." At his post-match press conference, Arteta said Nketiah had been giving his teammates a lesson with his attitude and work rate on a daily basis at the club's training ground. "I think Eddie gives us a lesson every single day of how a professional should live in this job," the Spaniard added. "There has been a lot of speculation around him, a lot of debate, and he puts his head down, he trains harder than anyone else. He looks after himself and he supports every teammate under any circumstances. I'm so happy for him. It's not a coincidence that he's able to perform at that level and physically how he manages the game because he trains like the best every day, so I am delighted for him." Looking ahead to the next round, Arteta warned his players they were in for a tough clash at home to Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds. Asked for his immediate reaction to facing Leeds, Arteta said, "Well, I just found out. We have experienced that one, we know how tough it's going to be, so it's a big match." Mikel Arteta explains why he risked Thomas Partey in Arsenal's win over AFC Wimbledon. Mikel Arteta said Thomas Partey demanded to be named in Arsenal's starting 11 against AFC Wimbledon in order to build up his fitness ahead of the side's clash with bitter rivals Tottenham. Alexandre Lacazette, Emile Smith-Rowe and Eddie Nketiah netted at the Emirates as the Gunners beat their League One opposition 3-0 to book their place in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. As expected, Arteta has changed 10 players dropped out from Arsenal's recent win at Burnley, but there was some surprise as Partey continued his run in the side so close to the North London derby. But the Spaniard defended his decision to risk Partey from the start, with the midfielder determined to shake off the effects of an ankle injury which ruled him out of the start of Arsenal's season. "He needs games and he needs rhythm," Arteta told Sky Sports shortly after the final whistle. "He was demanding to play because he believes that he is still catching up a little bit." There were fears Partey had suffered another setback as he was replaced by Smith-Rowe in the 60th minute, but Arteta reassured supporters the Ghana international had come through unscathed. Asked if it was always his plan to give Partey an hour, Arteta replied, "Yes, it was. He hasn't played a lot of minutes since he's been injured. We believe that the rhythm of matches is nothing like any training session. He was so willing to play, so I think it was very beneficial for him." On whether it was a risk to start the ex-Atletico Madrid man, Arteta responded, "We didn't think so, and that's why we made the decision to play him. But there's always a risk when you play a match or when have a training session with the intensity that we train. We believe it was the right thing to do and he was really pushing for it, so I think it worked out well." Spain to battle England for Arsenal youngster Charlie Patino's international future. Charlie Patino is yet to make his first team debut for Arsenal, but he is already the subject of a battle for his international allegiance as both England and Spain want to secure his services. The 17-year-old, who turns 18 in October, is one of the brightest talents in the Arsenal academy and has been widely touted to go on and star in the first team for the Gunners. Born in Watford, Patino would qualify to play for Spain through his father Julio, and the Daily Mail report that the Spanish Federation are well aware of him and are looking to bring him in. The midfielder has played for England at youth level, first playing for the under-16s back in 2018. Patino, who was signed from Luton at 12 years old when he was being scouted by a string of Premier League clubs, has already trained with the first team at Arsenal. He signed his first professional contract last October, when he turned 17, when he said, "Amazing to sign my first professional contract with Arsenal. Thanks to everyone who has helped and believed in me. The hard work continues and my dream of one day making my full debut for Arsenal pushes me on." Recently, Mikel Arteta has explained Charlie Patino's decision and why he didn't play for Arsenal versus AFC Wimbledon. Mikel Arteta admits that he was close to including Charlie Patino in the Arsenal squad to face AFC Wimbledon in the Carabao Cup. "He was very close, but in the end we decided that some players needed some minutes," said Arteta after the game. "It will happen naturally, in time. Charlie's been good. He played a practice match at Coney and he was really good. Again, give him time and we will prepare him." Arsenal are willing to make Bernd Leno available for a transfer away from the club in January, reports say. The German has less than a year left on his current deal and he has already had his number 1 jersey taken off him by summer signing Aaron Ramsdale. According to Eurosport, the Gunners are willing to let Leno go in January to generate some cash, or they risk losing him on a free at the end of the season. The Gunners already have the 29-year-old's replacement amongst their ranks. Summer signing Aaron Ramsdale, 23, has already become Arsenal's starting goalkeeper, taking the number 1 spot quicker than expected. A return to his home country of Germany appears to be his likely destination, according to the report. But it is unclear at this point which Bundesliga team will be interested in taking the German international. Arsenal have been put on red alert with Real Madrid winger Marco Asensio set to hold showdown talks with Carlo Ancelotti. The Gunners have been linked with the Spaniard for some time and could finally land their man in January. Asensio returned from a long spell out injured to feature 48 times last season, scoring 7 times. But he has only featured 5 times this term, for a grand total of 69 minutes. And he will hold talks with Ancelotti over his future soon, according to Spanish journalist Anton Miana. He told El Laguero, "If Marco Asensio continues to have a completely residual role as if he were Isco or Marcelo, the season will be long and the club coach footballer club talks will be repeated. It is a situation that is already beginning to be complicated and we are in the middle of September." Real Madrid are also building funds to bid for Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, meaning Asensio is reportedly seen as a prime candidate for a January sale.
If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe.